Guess who's back to talk about books again? That's right, me. Today we're talking about my April TBR, and this TBR I picked up from Booktok recs, but like not your typical Booktok recs that are from my FYP, which is significantly more catered to me than like the general FYP is of Booktok. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. I will say one of the books on this I would consider more of a Booktok darling book than the rest, which I will tell you what one that is later in the video. I think it's time to get into it. So the first book on the list is One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns. So I guess it's first and second by Rachel Gilling. I feel like these were pretty popular, and they kind of regained popularity again recently because Barnes & Noble recently released the exclusive editions of these books, which I was going to wait to get. However, these both came on a buy one, get one 50% off sale, so I decided that I was just gonna go and get them because I love a deal and I love books, and I don't really need a special edition. And in these books, we follow the main character, Elspeth, as she lives in the kingdom of Blunder. And Elspeth has a monster in her head she calls Nightmare. He basically helps to protect her and keep her secrets and things like that in Blunder. And one day she meets a highwayman she starts a journey on to save the kingdom from dark magic. And of course, the highwayman happens to be the king's nephew, who is being hunted for treason and also is the head of the most dangerous man in the kingdom. But as we know, magic comes with a price. I don't know what the price Nightmare has. I don't know what the dark magic affecting Blunder is, but her and the king's nephew are going to be on a journey to kind of go out and cure it. I'm super excited. I've heard this magic system is really unique and really good, so I'm super excited. I've heard nothing but great things for these books, so hopefully they don't let me down. The next one, I'm not quite sure when this popped on my radar or how or who, but it did. I'm talking about The Gods of Endings. This is not a book I would normally buy, but I was easily influenced, so I did get it. In this book, we follow Colette Lessange as she runs a school of the arts for gifted students. She is also immortal. Her great-grandfather or grandfather or something gifted her with immortality hundreds of years ago, and now she runs a school. This is like the 1800s, I want to say. Let me double check. Oh, 1984. I was kind of close. So in 1984, this is when she's running the school, and a troubled child shows up at the school. In addition to that, a stalking presence from her past also appears at the school. And on top of that, she also is now starting to have a taste for blood. So I don't know if it's vampires, I don't know what it is. It's immortality and kind of taste of blood and a stalking presence from the past. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know much about it, but it's on the TBR for the month. We'll see if I get to it or not. But yeah. We'll do this one next because I'm really nervous about it. I got this book as I pre-ordered it because it came with a pre-order incentive card, one of the characters. I don't have it with me, it's over there. But I pre-ordered it because the other book by this author was really well written and like people really like it. However, I saw some reviews from people that I really enjoy their book recs and they said they did not like this book. So now I'm really scared to read it, and I'm talking about A Tempest of Tea. Oh god. So this has been kind of compared to Six of Crows, and if I'm being fully honest with you guys, like Six of Crows was like a mediocre book for me. It was a 3 stars, I think. Like it wasn't that crazy, but it, you know, it was fine. In this book we follow Arthi, who's our main character. During the day she runs a tea shop that at night turns into a legal shop for vampires, I guess. And that is all good and dandy until someone starts threatening the shop, so then she has to bring together a ragtag team of people who I'm assuming go to her illegal vampire shop or work with her to kind of go in and infiltrate the vampire society to see who's threatening her shop and why. Yeah, and I guess there's like a heist and secrets get unfolded, obviously. I'm not really sure. One of the big complaints that I've seen a few times is that instead of the book telling you like the scenes and the setting up the story, instead of it telling you what's going on, like explaining it and letting you infer yourself, they kind of explain stuff to you via dialogue and like talk at you, if that makes sense. So I've just kind of heard that they talk at you through the dialogue and like don't actually set the story up very well. So I'm nervous about that. Maybe it will be okay. Maybe it won't be okay. Either way, it is shorter read, so I'm not really, hopefully I can get through it fast. We'll find out. This one, I think I saw one person talk about. think I saw 1 or 2 people talk about it or like talk about it previously in the year, and then I decided to pick it up because I just happened to be going to the bookstore when it was releasing. And it's Immortal Dark. One of the reasons I did pick it up is because of the sprayed edges. This says no soul can enter without an invitation. So basically, in this book we follow our main character. In this book we follow Kidan as she tries to find her sister June, who has been kidnapped by a vampire within the society. June and Kidan are orphaned, and in this society humans gain power through bloodlines by being in relationships or partnering with vampires. So June infiltrates Yalexi University in hopes to find her sister, and when she infiltrates the university she has to live with Susanos, who I believe is a vampire that kind of like her family's kind of bonded to in a way. And he does everything to try to drive her away, and they kind of, you know, sparks maybe fly a little bit-ish, evil sparks fly. So while she's trying to find June and also kill Susanos, a murder happens that's very similar to her sister June's disappearance. And so once again, Kidan goes further into the vampire society, starts unraveling more secrets, and is kind of figuring out that maybe June is at the center of all of this somehow. And so she has to decide if she wants to sink further into the world or make a quick exit. So I guess we'll see how it goes. It sounds very good. It's a debut novel. I'm not sure if it's a standalone or not. I just read the quote on the back. Whoa! Oh, sick. Oh, I love books like this that have art. Anyway, I'm excited for this one. I think it'll be great. Here's another one that, this is one for my enemy. This, I believe, is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and the thing is, the last Romeo and Juliet retelling I read, I did not like. It was just like, I have an ick for books that are set in like the human world and then they randomly throw a magical twist in without there being any premise for a magical twist. They just throw it in for some odd reason. I've read multiple books where they do that and I've hated every single one. I don't get it. I think that this is the same as that because I think this one already kind of starts off, I don't know if there's magic, but I think it starts off normal. So in this one we follow our 2 families. We follow the Antonova sisters, which are led by their mother Baba Yaga, and they sell intoxicants, I believe. Yes. On the other side is the Fedorov brother, which are led by Koseki the Deathless. This is them. And they use extortion. They extort the community around them, I guess is the right wording. Coexist tenuously with each other, and they have for the past 12 years until of course some blood spills or something like that brings like the tension to a precipice and new alliances are formed, certain ones fall apart, things happen. This is magic. There is magic within this book, so that's already in the premise. So I'm excited. I've heard really good things about this. I am a little nervous just because of my previous experience with Romeo and Juliet retellings not being my favorite, but I'm gonna keep an open mind when I go into this one because I have heard good things, and everyone loves Olivia Blake. I've never read anything by her, so this will be my first book by her, but I really do have high hopes for it. So okay, this one I am so excited for. I've heard nothing but good things about, and it's Blood Over Bright Haven. This one I am so excited for so many reasons. One of my favorite book talkers rated this book 5 out of 5 stars. They said they loved it, and I am so eager to read it now. So basically we have Sonia, who has been working on her magic for years and years because she was orphaned at 5. She wants to be the first woman ever admitted to the High Magistry, and she's finally made it to the point where she's passed the exam and has, I believe, entered into the High Magistry. But of course, when it's a boys club, they aren't very nice, and they kind of do a lot of things to sabotage her and her growth. One of those things is they pair her, instead of with like a real magical assistant, they pair her with a janitor. And he's not just any janitor, he's a janitor with a past. He used to be a nomadic traveler, a nomadic hunter, and he lost his family on the journey to the city. So him and Sonia pair up together to kind of unravel more secrets, because in this society they live in a very like magical place, and it's kind of a magical utopia, but as we all know, magic comes with a cost. And so they kind of are trying to figure out what the cost of that magic is, I believe, and it unravels some secrets that haven't been unraveled before. And I don't know, I'm just really excited for it. Yeah, so they discover a secret that might get them killed. We'll find out. Okay, and as I said, there's one set of books on here that are Booktok darlings. It's the Bridge Kingdom and the Traitor Queen. I only have the first and second. There's like 7 books in this series, I think, or something like that. So I only got the first and second one because they were BOGO. I'll get around to maybe getting the rest later. Originally, this series was self-published, and then I believe in 2022 or something, 2020, it got picked up and became traditionally published, which is kind of why we have the redesigned covers. If these don't look like what you thought the covers were, it's because they are new and they are redesigned. I'm like 6 years late to this trend of reading these books, but you know what? Better late than never, right? We follow Lara, who is from a kingdom outside of the Bridge Kingdom, and she's the princess, I believe, of them? Yeah, she's the princess of her kingdom, and she's been training kind of in secret for the majority of her life, or part of her life, to go and infiltrate the Bridge Kingdom and to kill the king and kind of take over the kingdom, so that way her home kingdom can have more benefits. Laura gets sent to the Bridge Kingdom under the guise of peace, but as she gets there and she starts to kind of unravel and understand more things about the Bridge Kingdom and the secrets and why they do the things the way they do, she kind of starts to see that like maybe she was in the wrong and her kingdom is in the wrong. And so she has to decide what kingdom she now wants to ally with and like kind of what's happening. And she also realizes the king may not be as bad as he seems, so she has to figure out, is it worth it or not to try to kill this man, you know what I mean? Everyone on Booktok loved these. I'm just excited. Here's the stack. We'll see if we get to them or not. It's anybody's guess, truly, if we're being fully honest. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye!